In the heart of a small village in West Africa, nestled between rolling green hills and golden savanna, lived a woman of extraordinary beauty named Adan. Her skin was as rich as the midnight sky, her eyes as deep as the river that ran through the land, and her smile, oh, her smile, had the power to make the sun shy away in envy. She was a woman of grace, admired by many and envied by some. Adan was married to Obiora, a wealthy and powerful hunter. He was a man of strength, feared and respected in equal measure. Though he provided for her and ensured she lacked nothing, there was no true love between them. Their marriage was arranged, a transaction of cattle and kola nuts between their families, binding them together in duty rather than affection. For years, Adan lived in silent sorrow, fulfilling her duties as a wife, while her heart remained untouched by love. But fate is often cruel, and love, when it arrives unbidden, has the power to set the world ablaze. It all began when Obiora's younger brother, Uchenna, returned to the village after many years of training as a warrior in the distant lands of the north. He was different from his brother, gentle, kind, and full of laughter. His presence was like the soft touch of the evening breeze, and his voice carried the melody of the birds that sang at dawn. Adan tried to ignore the pull she felt toward Uchenna, but love, once planted, grows like a stubborn vine, refusing to be uprooted. The more she saw him, the deeper she fell. Uchenna, too, could not resist the enchanting light in her eyes, the way she spoke, the warmth that radiated from her very soul. Their love was forbidden, yet it blossomed in the shadows, hidden from the prying eyes of the village. They met in secret, under the great Iroko tree by the river, where the moonlight became their witness. But secrets, no matter how carefully guarded, always have a way of escaping their cages. One fateful evening, as Adani and Uchenna whispered words of love beneath the moon, Obiora stood hidden among the trees, his heart burning with rage. Betrayal, the kind that sears flesh and soul alike, coursed through his veins. His own wife, his own brother, he could not let this disgrace go unpunished. The following night, Obiora waited for Adan to fall asleep. When she did, he took his sharpest hunting knife and drove it through her legs, not to kill her, no, for death would have been too merciful, but to cripple her, to make sure she would never again run into the arms of another man. Her screams tore through the night like a wounded animal, echoing into the depths of the forest. The villagers rushed to Obiora's compound, only to find Adan lying in a pool of her own blood, her beauty now stained with pain and sorrow. Obiora did not flee. He stood tall, his face a mask of vengeance and triumph. The elders convened, and though they condemned his actions, no punishment was given. In the eyes of the village, he had defended his honor. Uchenna, filled with anguish and rage, vowed never to forgive his brother. He carried Adani away, tending to her wounds, swearing to be her legs when hers could no longer move. But the world is not kind to the broken. Adan lived the rest of her days as a shadow of the woman she once was, her beauty now trapped in stillness. And though Uchenna remained by her side, the love they once shared was tainted by sorrow and regret. Some say that on moonlit nights, if you listen carefully by the great Iroko tree, you can hear the echoes of Adani's laughter, laughter that was stolen by the cruelty of fate.